They're a little too good at lying. Oh, I could you to betray me. Hey everybody, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And welcome to the One Life Next Gen channel. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about Survivor, but also these reality TV show games. Is it okay to lie? Because there's stuff with the Beast games and all this stuff. And so we're going to talk about, is it ever okay to lie? And should you compromise morals in a game if the game allows it? So we're going to talk about that and kind of get into that sometimes today. And but so the clip I'm going to show is from Survivor. So were you ever a big Survivor fan?
Actually, yeah, growing up, I was a huge Survivor fan. It's actually, so some of you guys might know my mom recently passed away. It's actually one of my few warmer memories because we would actually, every time the show was on, that was like our thing. So we'd go and watch it. And, sometimes you're like, no, don't trust him. You're just, no, it's going to end. So, I loved Survivor. Now, of course, I went to college and I stopped watching it. Now they're on season what?
I think either 50 is coming out or is out now. I don't know.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I never watched. I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Survivor. I've seen clips of it here and there. I have watched Deal or No Deal Island, which is kind of like Deal or No Deal meets Survivor. It's real bizarre. It's 2 episodes. 2 seasons of it. So, but yeah, I think I could really get into this because I'm a sucker for these type of games because they're put in scenarios where you basically know that you're going to be betrayed because there can only be one survivor. It's not survivors, it's survivor. And so you know that you're going to make alliances, you're going to team up with people, and at the end somebody's going to betray you. You know that's coming. And then when they do, they're like, oh, I could you to betray me. They're so mad about it, and you're like, this is the game. We're playing
part of it. You signed up for this when you signed up for the show.
You signed, I will betray and form alliances, or you don't win. So I want to show this clip and just kind of how somebody kind of maybe how he broke some of the things. So we'll watch it and then kind of explain a little bit afterward.
Joe, you want to give her a hug?
Thank you. Yeah, I really believe you.
Easy out of it. Come back down out of it. Come back down out of it. Easy, slow your breath. Easy, does it? Easy, does it?
Yeah.
Easy, does it? Let's see your hands again. Hands up. You're in a safe place.
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
Ula, congratulations. For the first time this season, Green has the immunity idol, and I will return your flint so you can get some fire going. Loggy, come get it, Eva. You earned it. So can we talk about what happened at the end of the challenge? Because I think this is a sign of where Survivor is when it's great. Normally, when a challenge ends, we keep the tribes separated. But I think everybody here saw that something really powerful was happening. Eva was struggling, emotionally struggling. Clearly, there was a connection with a former tribe mate in Joe. I felt it was okay for me to suggest they hugged, and I could tell everybody agreed. But Joe, the other thing that's happening there is relationships are being revealed. You clearly have a relationship with Eva that matters to you. So why was it important for you, Joe, to reveal part of your game and go give comfort to somebody who is on the other tribe?
Jeff, I want my kids watching me be. I'm going to be the man I want them to be and the people I want them to be, regardless of the game. And that's what you do. And that's who I am. So if it exposes, it exposes. But she was in need, and I would want someone to treat my daughter that way in this game.
For sure, Joe. Absolutely.
All right, so it's gone to reveal that she has autism and was told as a kid, like her parents were told she will never leave the house. She's not going to be able to finish school. Like she's basically not going to amount to anything. And they're like, your only hope is if she marries somebody else with autism, kind of thing. Like, yeah. So she had only told Joe that. And so he knew kind of what was going on with her, because they were on a team earlier in the season. And so he knew what was going on, and nobody else did. And they because her team was hugging her and trying to calm her down, and like she wasn't being calm, but he knew like, okay, here's her triggers and how to kind of get her out of that episode. And so he, in the show, you're not allowed to go to the other teams at all. And so Jeff Probst, the host, was like, hey, I could tell something was going on, but his Joe's speech was like, hey, I realize like this is more important than the game. This is my integrity, and I want to treat her like I want somebody else to treat my daughter if she was in this situation. And so, do you think that sometimes the game gets like the rules of the game kind of get thrown out the window to be a person of good character?
I mean, sometimes, the show, that's kind of what makes the show kind of fun for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like one moment that someone's being betrayed, the next moment something like this. But what always stuck out to me now, as as someone who has become matured to one degree or other as a Christian, when I see something like that, I'm like, that is someone actually respecting and loving the image of God in someone, and it's like actually seeing someone who's going through something that's like, you know what, forget the game, forget the winning, forget the money, forget the status, forget any of those things. Someone's in need, and we're going to go do that. Because sometimes, selfishly, somebody might be like, oh, yep, you're not strong enough. You're not going to be the survivor. You're not strong enough for this.
Right.
So, no, and there are times where, they would shift rules around for humanity's sake, so to speak. But generally speaking, the show's pretty brutal, which is why that is kind of like more of a rarity,
Yeah. And so, to the show, I don't know what the rules are when you like sign up, but I feel like they would have to know that ahead of time, that she has autism going into it, because that could affect
her health or something else. I'd imagine that there's got to be some sort of disclaimer about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't signed up for it. So, but when you see those moments, for me, it reminds me like there's what you said, like the image of God in somebody, like there's a deeper integrity that happens, that takes place over the game rules and what you want to do. Because he could have been like, I know this about her, and I'm going to exploit that, and kind of down the road. I mean, he had this opportunity right here to ignore her or just kind of stand over there, but he was signaling to everybody else that like, hey, I need to be there.
Let me go there and do this thing. I need help calm her down.
And again, I don't know if the Probst has a ear thing that he's like, oh, they're like telling him like, hey, go tell Joe to go over and hug her.
They'll make it for a great moment.
Yeah, who knows? But so after she tells her story, Jeff kind of is like, well, thank you for opening up, because she tells everybody, she's like, okay, I'm ready to tell everybody. She's like, I have this condition, and I was told I wasn't going to amount to anything. And then Jeff was like, man, thanks for sharing that, because he's like, I also have kids. And then he starts tearing up, and he's like, I would want somebody to treat my kids that way. And so he starts tearing up. He's like, this has never happened, because I guess he's a heartless man. But so after 50 seasons, he's like, I've never cried on this show. But it really touched him emotionally. And so I want to kind of shift a little bit to when is it okay to kind of like be nefarious or be, I'll say, sinful, because within the confines of the game, you're supposed to lie. You're supposed to make alliances that you're going to break. You're supposed to do these things. Same with Deal or No Deal Island. I think The Traitors, I haven't watched that show, but
even simple games like we play in youth group, right? Like Mafia, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's
social deduction games.
Yeah, like these games that are meant to, I am going to deceive you. We also, like in youth group, we'll play a game called Body Body, and the kids love it. And there's one time, actually I think it was your daughter was the killer, and she was carting around her friend with an alliance the entire game. And at the end of the game, just killed her heartlessly. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that game is a game like Mafia, where you like
one person's a killer and no one knows.
You're walking around, in
a dark room. You got to kill people silently. It's crazy.
Not really kill them, but fictionally kill them.
Yes, not for real. For legal.
Lying's
purposes.
okay. Murder in those games, not okay. But that's so you're like, okay, well the rules of the game are this. And so in the game, because social deduction games are that. And so there's a bunch out there, Secret Hitler, Mafia, Avalon, like some great social deduction games if you like those type of games. And so within it though, the rules are, you have a hidden role, and if you're the bad guy, you're supposed to lie and get everybody else convinced that you're not the bad guy. And so for me, I'm like, okay, that's fine because it's the game. Like
Yeah,
that.
it's a game. We're all agreeing to play said game,
Yeah.
and it's not like we're actually doing this for real. We're almost testing our skills of like reading someone. Can I tell when someone's trying to trick me and stuff? Like that's the game.
But when you play those games, do you find that sometimes you're like they're a little too good at lying? Like, because that's when I get done. I'm like, maybe I don't trust this person. Like, is that ever?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely times like you. Like actually, a friend of mine growing up, he was really good at Mafia. Like, and for those who don't know, again, it's another deception game.
Yeah.
And he was the killer the entire time. And he would manipulate people around him. And it got to the point where every game we started, I was like, we were best friends, but every time this game starts, I'm just going to find a way to eliminate you because I just didn't trust him. I mean, no, there's some people who are just, yeah, it is. And that's kind of where like the Survivor.
And that guy grew up to be Osama bin Laden. Just kidding. No.
So then when we with Survivor though, like my kind of thing with it over time was like, man, I don't know, they sometimes take it too far because it's like not only are you, it's not like a temporary game where it's like it's revealed. It's like no, you're gonna stay on this island for weeks and you're gonna build these really deep relationships.
Yeah.
And now stab them in the back. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like I don't know, I don't know where that line is obviously because there seems like there's a line there somewhere, but man, sometimes it feels a little shady.
The whole premise, yeah. There's another show. I can't remember what it was on. It was on, maybe it was Peacock. And I don't even remember the name of it. But basically, you would hang out with people and talk to them and like kind of form your alliances and stuff. But then you would go down to this bunker where everybody had an online personality that nobody knew. And so you each you got to pick your little icon, and then you would basically like roast people and be like, I think it's this person. And you had people that were like outside of the bunker were super nice to people, and then inside like, I'm gonna get them out. And like and it was great because then they would stand around and like somebody would get to vote somebody out, and then they would pick them out there, and then they'd find out who it was. You're like, you were so nice to me the whole time. You're like, that's the game, right? And so you're like trying to catfish people, and it was both awful and great. Like it's that television like that I can't look away from. I'm like, I want to know, like,
right.
And it's so stupid, but I fall into it. So okay. So a bigger question then is it ever okay to lie? So. Because in the confines of those games, you're like, yeah, I can lie, and then like, but you're also on TV, so everybody's like, this person's a terrible person because they're acting so nice.
You don't even know how they're going to edit it, or there's so many variables. That's why for Survivor, for me, I'm like, I don't think I could ever, in good conscience, play that game. Like,
Yeah.
I developed a deep relationship with somebody just to be like, I mean, you and I on an island, and I'm like, you know what, Chris, like I just can't do it.
I'm going to win $1 million. I'll give you $10 later, but I'll buy your coffee. So yeah. So is there ever? So we'll take this in a very different, not different direction, but just extreme direction. Yeah. So when like the Nazis were coming around asking people, hey, are you hiding Jews in your house? Is it okay in that moment to say, no, I'm not, when you were? Is it okay to lie in those situations?
Oh man, so this is where I've been on both sides of this debate because I went back and forth on it, and of course this is real life, right? So just so everyone knows, this is not a game that you chose to sign up for, right?
Yeah.
This is a very real scenario, but it kind of gets to the bottom of some of these questions to a degree or other. One of the things is that. So I used to hold to the position that was no, you cannot lie to that in that situation. That's because the truth is unbendable. You never should compromise the truth, and what they choose to do with the truth is on them.
Yeah.
And so I mean that seems perfectly reasonable. And then I don't remember. I don't think it was Matt Fratt. It was somebody else. Somebody said something, and it kind of made me go, oh. And really, what it is that it's a dishonest question itself. Are you hiding Jews in your basement? Well, you're asking me just because you're curious how many people I feed at dinner and how many people I'm being hospitable to? Sure. That's not what they're really asking. They're asking, are you hiding Jews in your basement so that I might kill them?
Right.
And the answer is no, because you can't kill them. Like, I'm not going to let you.
Yeah.
So I that was where I was like, that's where I changed my mind. I'm like, no, that is a dishonest question. And it's not that I'm lying. It's that you're lying, and I'm going to protect them. So I shifted my position because I used to be that guy who's like, well, it is what it is. And then over time I shifted. But honestly, I can see both sides of that debate pretty well. What are your thoughts, Chris? Do you have a position on it, or are you just...
Yeah, well, because it's kind of... Yeah, it's one of those like almost impossible questions because in one choice you're going to sin. You're either going to allow these people to be killed or you're going to lie about it. And so you're like, well, which one is more evil, right? So like, oh yeah, sorry, I told the truth on this. However, so my wife was telling me, I think she was reading the Corrie ten Boom story where she was in the concentration camp, and somebody, I think she wasn't Jewish, but she hid people, right? Isn't that?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
My Corey Ten Boom lore is a little dicey right
Sorry.
now.
Well, so in the story, there was somebody that was also hiding Jewish people in her house, and she felt like she couldn't lie. And so when they asked her, she said yes. And so they took these people and like took them to some place, locked them up or whatever in I think it was a house or something. Well, then that house got raided by people that got them out of there and put them on a train and got them to safety. And you're like, so did the Lord honor? Like, I don't know, but I'll take it back to the story of Rahab, where in the Old Testament she hides spies that are Jewish spies that are coming there to take over Jericho, and they're kind of mapping out the land, and so she's hiding them, and the guards come and say, hey, I think there's some guys that came through here. Are they still here? And it's like, oh no, they left. I think they went that way. Like send them kind of in the opposite direction.
These aren't the droids you're looking for, yeah.
Yeah, you do not. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to do a Star Wars reference. Okay, so you did it better. So, but yeah, so she lies to him, and then she is in Jesus's lineage, right? Like she's like his great grandmother.
And it never like rebukes her for that, if memory serves. Like it doesn't really rebuke her.
She's in the Hall of Faith in Hebrews.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally like more like, and that's the line of your Messiah. Like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what to do with that.
And that's why that's also one of the reasons why I changed my position. I'm like, it seems like there are times where that could be a moral good, and it's because of like you're deceiving evil in order to bring about a better good. It's like, no, I don't want, because again, are they here? Well, what's the question really? Are they here so that I might kill them? And
yeah.
well, no. So that's where I kind of like shifted my position.
And since this is the Next Gen channel, I want to talk to the high schoolers out there, because there are times where you're like, okay, well, my mom asked me point blank that if I was at this friend's house or I was with this person that they don't want me to be
At
around,
the party or whatever. Yeah.
And so if I lie, I'm going to get in trouble. Or if I don't lie, I'm going to get in trouble. But if I lie, then I'm not going to get in trouble. So, well, it'd be worse for me to get in trouble, so I don't want to do that. No, that's not what we're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because our brains justify some things, and so I don't want to people be like, oh yeah, but no,
it's not a greater evil for you to get in trouble for disobedience and be dishonorable to
you
your
put yourself
authority.
in that situation. But you weren't supposed to hide Jewish people either. So you're like, oh well, I wasn't even supposed to be doing that in the first place. But again, you're protecting life. You're trying to help people in their time of need, and so that's
a little bit different than honoring and obeying your father and mother. A little bit different, because to lie to them and be at the thing that you're not supposed to be at, you're already breaking a law. So you're already in the evil and the wrong. Take the punishment, or better yet, make better choices, dude.
And then you'd be like, "Well, isn't life just a game that we're all playing?" And you're like, "No. These are the rules of my game." No, there are rules that the Lord puts in place for a reason, and so 10 Commandments, don't lie. But yeah, so check out Survivor Season 50. I haven't seen it. But any closing thoughts? So
no, that's it. I mean, I just think it was really great that, we saw the dignity of a person being respected.
Yeah.
I love the image of God idea there, where it's like that no matter what, that's ingrained in people. It's like innate to us to be like, I want to honor a life. And then if somebody doesn't, where we instantly all shame them, we're like, that's disgusting. Why would you?
Yeah.
So there's that. And also just, it's interesting. I'd be curious what other people's comments are down below on whether or not they think like games of deception are okay.
Yeah. Should you play some of those social deduction games? Is that even as a follower of Jesus? Should you play those games because it's going to put you in a situation where you're going to have to lie and deceive people? But it's for fun. It's for the greater good, right? So you're like, oh, is that okay? And but shout out to Joe. I don't know him. I don't know if he's a follower of Jesus or not. But like from that clip, like it seems like he is, because he at that moment he's like, I don't care about the game. I don't care if I lose. I care about my integrity in this moment and what my kids are going to take away from this, not what all the people watching are. Oh, you could have won a bunch of money and all of a sudden, like, no, this is what matters right now. And so go and do likewise. Treat people with fairness and kindness and love. Act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next time.